Welcome to this training presentation on the HEDR Organizational Self-Assessment Tool for Equity and Inclusion. In this video, we will explore the area of service delivery indicators. At certain points in this video, you will be invited to pause the video and engage in conversations. Please keep the following guidelines in mind. Everyone speaks for their own experience. Be open to new ideas. Be sensitive and respectful. We may encounter areas that may challenge us and cause discomfort, and that's an important part of growing and learning. What is the best way to begin the process of using the tool? There are different ways to approach the indicators depending on your unique needs. Here are a few ideas. A. Prioritize. Have stakeholders do a dotmocracy activity to vote on the indicators that need most urgent attention. See the Facilitator's Guide for details. B. Adapt. Select indicators and adapt them to best meet the needs of your organization. C. Delegate. Divide the indicators among various equity champions, stakeholders, or groups in the organization to seek out the potential examples and suggest action items, scoring. Building equity and inclusion into service delivery means meeting service users' unique needs and how to best meet them. Sometimes, clients need specific accommodations to remove barriers to access and experience the full effectiveness of an organization's services and programs. Indicator. Accessible facilities allow all users to have full access to services. Accessibility is not only the physical features, but also may include language, gender, cultural, and faith accommodations. Evidence. Interpreters and resources like Language Line, Teletouch, physical barriers removed, ramps, railings, Braille, closed captioning. Accessibility plan with barriers listed and actions planned in these areas. Architecture and environment. Employment. Technology. Communication. Attitudes and ease of service. What are reasonable accommodations? Requests sometimes are made which are outside the parameters of regular service delivery. Policies and procedures should never be an excuse or prevent us from considering how we can provide a service to meet the needs of an individual. For example, changing the time of a delivery for a Meals on Wheels program to accommodate fasting in Ramadan. Ontario Human Rights Code. The Ontario Human Rights Code has a legal limit for accommodations called undue hardship, which does not include inconvenience. Organizations have a duty to accommodate, and people are encouraged to find mutually agreeable solutions when a request for accommodation is made. Indicator. Accessible customer services, policies, and practices. Ontario Regulation 42907. Allow people to be served with independence, dignity, integration, and equality of opportunity. Evidence. Interpreters. Accessible customer service policy. Training provided for accessible customer service. Bill of Rights and information on services is given to persons served. Information meets requests and needs. Large print and read verbally if requested. Indicator. Community consultation and stakeholder input is encouraged and analyzed for equity practices within current services and proposed services. Evidence. Focus groups. Person-served self-identification and surveys. Accessibility survey. Stakeholder survey has questions about accessibility. Board is consulted and completes accessibility survey. Analysis of surveys and feedback show that actions are planned or in progress. Pause the video and discuss how your organization encourages community consultation and stakeholder input for service delivery. Consider the evidence and scoring with a table partner. Identify gaps. Indicator. Consultation mechanisms such as surveys or ratings and measures of service are used to establish needs and satisfaction levels of diverse group service users. Evidence. Focus group minutes and reports. Service satisfaction surveys. Stakeholder surveys. Persons served, staff, and volunteers. Feedback process through website and social media documented and analyzed. Indicator. Practices are in place to review the implications for diverse group service users or prospective users in order to increase, decrease, or reallocate funding. Evidence. Equity strategies and reviews feed budget process. Strategic plan invites diverse group representation to assist in planning. Environmental scan is done to assess populations of diverse groups. Gap analysis is in progress to understand needs and allocate funds. Indicator. Written procedures are in place to attend to complaints, comments, or suggestions regarding service delivery. Evidence. Policy for handling comments and complaints. Forms for gathering comments and complaints. Process for feedback through website and social media. Pause the video and discuss the written procedures that are in place in your own organization to attend to complaints, comments, or suggestions regarding service delivery. Discuss the evidence and scoring with a table partner. Identify gaps. Indicator. There are adequate resources for full implementation of actions needed or identified to ensure service delivery with diverse and inclusionary practices. Evidence. Bill of Rights for persons served. Budget allocation results from feedback and gap analysis. Sufficient levels of personnel to ensure inclusionary practices. Indicator. Contacts or partnerships with external organizations or suppliers include requirements to deliver services equitably and without discrimination, and systematic checks ensure that there are no systemic barriers. Evidence. Contracts with partnering service providers are in place and are reviewed annually or as needed. Partners or collaborators who share service location are consulted and included in site accessibility plan. Sufficient levels and numbers of personnel to ensure and complete inclusionary practices. Health equity plan, where applicable. Service delivery. Equitable service delivery is a key area for organizations to attend to. Diverse persons served are aware of and are able to fully access your organization's services in authentic ways that provide greater quality care and engagement. Thanks for considering the indicators and the evidence that support equitable service delivery. We encourage you to continue to apply the organizational self-assessment tool for equity and inclusion to one of the 5 other content areas that your organization has selected to explore. You can continue with scoring and action planning. If you need assistance, view video number 2 using the HEDR Organizational Self-Assessment Tool for Equity and Inclusion. This concludes the HEDR training presentation. For more information or to book a facilitator to help you lead the self-assessment process, please contact HEDR. HEDR would like to thank the following: